Hello. Today we're sharing 2 things that are going to help you heal and gain confidence after sexual trauma. I love to talk about sexual trauma and not just sexual abuse because sometimes people can count themselves out if they feel like their experience wasn't extreme enough or they're comparing their trauma, and there's just no need for that. You deserve healing and you deserve to take care of yourself and expand and love yourself and do things that help you be the best version of you. So 2 things that are going to help with confidence. A lot of times after sexual trauma, I know for me, I made myself very small. I definitely became even more of a people pleaser. I've always been very empathetic, but I kind of was like, a little bit of a ball buster. I was like a bully to bullies in school. I always stood up for my friends. I wasn't afraid to speak up or say what was right or wrong. And after sexual trauma, I definitely, my light dimmed and I wanted to just be safe. I didn't want to draw attention to myself. I didn't want to ask for anything. I just kind of wanted to show up, do what's right, do a good job at whatever it is I was doing, whether it was at work or with friends or in the world, and I just wanted to kind of be invisible. And then I had this deep creativity and love inside of me that was trying to come out, but I was afraid to let it. So 2 ways that you can allow yourself to be confident after sexual trauma is 1, you can take up space. So actually taking up space, I'm in this big chair. I don't know if you could, yeah, this big awesome chair that I love so much. We're just gonna keep that because we are living real life here. This big awesome chair that I love so much, that is my desk chair. And yeah, taking up space. Amy Cuddy did a TED Talk all about body language and, body, well, I forget the word that maybe she used, but it was using body language and certain positions for different, for tapping into different psychological states. So, standing like Superman or leaning back with your arms folded behind your head, kicking your feet up, spreading out and being big. I'll link it down below. But it's a position of power. To be relaxed is a position of power, and to take up space, to not be afraid to be big. And I'm 5'1", so I don't take up that much space already. So me allowing myself to stretch out, be big, if I go to a coffee shop at Starbucks and I'm at a table, take up the whole table. I don't need to make myself as tiny as possible, shrinking and huddled over and on my laptop and with my notebook on my lap and take up the space you need. You don't have to inconvenience, you don't have to be a jerk and not leave any room for anyone else. That's not what I'm saying. But it feels that way when you're someone who is so used to bending over backwards to try to not make anyone else feel uncomfortable or unwelcome, because when you're a sensitive, loving person, you've been through trauma, one of your number 1 fears is making someone feel the way that you felt. So taking up space in your home, walk around your home, own the space you're in, be in your job, and don't be afraid to walk the perimeter, kind of like a lion walking the land. Just explore, take up space, get a feel for the land you're in, and be comfortable, stretch out. Don't be afraid to take up space. That is huge. It's a very subconscious way to rewire power, safety, confidence into your system, into your nervous system, and into your brain, that you are welcome here. This space is for you, not just others, and that you are safe to be big, I literally have this poster of Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, the movie, on my wall, and it's huge, and she's huge, and she's rah, she's got the highway cars in her hand, and she is stomping on a bus, and it's yeah, be big and change things. Don't be afraid to be big and fuck shit up. You deserve to make ripples in this world. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to take up space and to follow your dreams and to, to live your life, your one precious life. And that is the biggest thing when you've been a victim, is like, you're the only one who can keep you a victim. Like, what happened was awful, and it happened, and it's real, and it shouldn't have, but you're the only one who can choose to be in the now and to live each day as best as you can. So really owning the power that you have in each moment. And it may sound really insensitive, me saying that, depending on where you are in your journey. But that is a huge lesson you will learn, is like, no one can take away this moment from you besides you. So really owning that and allowing yourself to own it. Allow yourself to own your power. Allow yourself to take up space. Allow yourself to be big. Allow yourself to be loud. Allow yourself to be seen. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Ask for what you want is number 2. So this was something that I am still working on. I mean, we're all going to be working on everything. Every day is a new day. It's a practice. In the moment, it's not like, you know, you're never going to reach a point of arrival, this like false sense of arrival. Like, I'm never going to experience this one thing again because I've learned so much. It's like, no, each moment is a new moment, and everything is just a practice, and it doesn't have to be so serious, so intense. And that's why healing work can just feel like this never-ending mountain you're climbing. But when you stop climbing and you just let yourself be in the moment, and you let yourself be like, in this moment, I choose to be powerful. I choose to be big. I choose to love myself, to be myself, to take up space, to ask for what I want in this moment. Girl, that's all you need. You just practice each moment, and it takes the pressure off. That was huge for me. It's like, stop reaching and climbing and yearning and fixing this never-ending fixing, like quicksand, really, where it's never enough. It's never good enough. Do you know that you got all your trauma out of you? Did you go through time with your time traveling bleach and scrub your brain and your nervous system clean of every single trauma you've ever had? Like, oh my God, no, fuck that. And that analogy of like the time traveling bleach comes from Mark Freeman. He's really amazing. He teaches all about mental fitness. His book, You Are Not a Rock, honestly saved my life. It is so amazing. I think everyone with a brain needs to read it. So You Are Not a Rock by Mark Freeman. Again, I'll link it down below, but I might forget. I'll try not to write it down right now. But I don't edit my videos because I don't got time for that. Yeah. Okay, so ask for what you want. This is a practice. This is a daily practice. Ask for what you want. If you get the wrong thing when you're out, tell them it's wrong. Tell them, oh, I'm so sorry, this is the wrong thing. I actually got this. Could we get that? Could I get that instead? Thank you so much. You know, it doesn't, again, when you're so used to being so sensitive and like tiptoeing around everyone and so afraid to make anyone feel small or bad or shame, or you just don't want to hurt anyone. You can often like self-betray because you're more committed to never, ever, ever causing anyone else inconvenience or pain that you hurt yourself. And the best thing you can do is to assume that someone else is empowered and can handle a little bit of confrontation, a little bit of friction. Projecting that power and that autonomy onto someone as well as yourself is such a loving, healing thing that you can do. So asking for what you want and saying, like with a partner, this is how you have a healthy relationship. The dating, with your boss, like this ripples into every aspect of your life. There was like 2 years ago, there was a bunch of stuff wrong with my apartment. My sink was leaking, I forget. There was like a few things wrong. It just was really inconvenient. It was like loud. I couldn't sleep because the sink was leaking. It was so loud. It was right next to my bedroom. And there was like just a few other things going on. My like work schedule was really messed up, and it was causing me symptoms because I have POTS. And it was like I was working too many days in a row with not enough days off. And then there was something else happening too. So I was like, why is all of this happening right now? And then I realized I was the problem. I was the problem because I wasn't asking for what I wanted. I wasn't saying, hey, I really respect that you're busy, but I need this fixed by the end of the day, today. I appreciate that it's difficult to create the schedule. I know you put a lot of effort into it, but this is what I'm available for, and this is how it needs to be moving forward. And like, I'll try to be flexible, but this is what I can offer you. Asking for what you want. It's huge. It ripples out into everywhere. And it is like, God, it is so powerful. It's so powerful. It helps you stay in your worth. It helps you actually live the life that you are here to live. Because again, no one can take that from you besides you. But when you've experienced a lot of bullshit, it wires your brain into survival mode. It shuts down your authenticity because it doesn't feel safe. Whenever I talk, so I consider myself the greatest sensuality teacher in the world, because that's what I'm here to teach. But trauma shuts down your sensuality, but it also shuts down your authenticity because you don't feel safe to be yourself, to be you. So when you ask for what you want, that is you being you. And you can start really small. Start as small as you need to and take baby steps. But like I said, it is a moment by moment practice in the present. So you don't have to try to be like, I need to always ask for what I want or else I'm not empowered. Like, no. I still would be like, oh, I'm doing it again, where I'm not asking for what I want or what I need because I'm trying to put other people's needs above mine. I'm trying to be a good girl. I'm trying to not cause anyone any inconvenience by causing myself a ton of inconvenience. So, yeah, like even my air conditioner is struggling right now. We have a heat wave. It's like 100 degrees, and my air conditioner, I didn't think it was like working 100%. I thought something might be wrong with it, and I messaged my landlord, and he's like, oh, it's fine. And it's not fine. It wasn't comfortable in here. Today it's still like, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure whether it's like good or not. But it's okay to like be inconvenient. It's okay to stand up for what you need and ask for what you want and what's right. Honestly, you deserve to be in a comfortable home environment. You deserve a working AC unit. You deserve to speak up. And these are things that we lose that when we experience trauma that have a huge ripple effect. It can keep you from getting raises. It can keep you from, like, you could stay in toxic relationships longer because you don't understand this. That was me for a long time. That was me. If you want to start a business, you could be stuck at a certain income level because you're not asking for what you want. You could miss out on opportunities. You could, there's so many things in life. Like, how are you going to get the things you want in life? Do you want to travel? Do you want to be an artist? Like, becoming the best version of yourselves. And that's my favorite thing to do. I work privately with men and women, but I have a membership, Figs and Fornication. Jump in there if you want monthly classes. I actually have been posting weekly right now, but all about spiritual and sexual empowerment, using sensuality to heal, to rewire our brains for success, to become the woman of your dreams, because this is a huge key of patterning and ways that we have been controlled by shame, by trauma, that we don't need to live our lives doing that. We don't need that. So this is a space for celebration, for empowerment, for healing, for love, because love is the whole point of everything. I want you to get to the end of your life and be like, I really lived it. I gave it my all, and not have too many regrets. I mean, you might have a few, that's okay. But like, I want you to be like, wow, I really went for it. The dreams I had, the version of me I wanted to become, the things that touched my heart that were so near and dear to me and so important, I went for that. I did it. Even if it didn't turn out how you wanted, you still did it. So again, confidence after sexual trauma, to sum it up, the two things: taking up space and asking for what you want. Those are huge, and they will transform your day-to-day life. And they're small things that you can practice. It could be in any scale, whether it's speaking up during a big important meeting with a lot of intimidating people around you, or just, asking for what you want in a really small way. So sending you lots of love. The link to join the membership will be below. And I also am accepting one-on-one clients right now. Yeah, But you got this, babes. I'm so excited to hear how this ripples throughout your life. And you just deserve to have what you want. You deserve to live a big, beautiful life and not let trauma hold you back. So I'll see you in the next one.